Hey, I'm Frankie Andreas. Today we're going to be working on an intermediate phrasing exercise on guitar. The main criteria that I think that is important to adhere to is that we have a cardinal sense of rhythm. Actual quarter notes, actual eighth notes, actual 16th notes, no faster than 16th notes. I would be lying if I say that I play this way all the time. I certainly do a lot of rubato shredding and it'll take a lot of liberties with time, but we don't want to have elastic time when we do this exercise. We want to have a real rigid sense of almost cardinal time to the extent that our rhythm's good enough. You're going to take a piece of paper, you're going to take a Word doc, I don't really care your format, just whatever you're comfortable with, and you're going to write out measures of 4/4. You're going to write them out 7 times. You're going to write out all the eighth notes. You're going to write out 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 7 times. On the first one, you're going to circle the and of 1, the and in between 1 and 2. And on the next one, you're going to circle 2. And on the next one, you're going to circle the and of 2. And you're going to have 7 of these little matrices. And the only one you're not going to have is one with 1 circled. You don't need that. Once we make sure that we can identify that part of the beat, and this goes for all 7, you can count and clap on that part of the beat. Then you're going to start improvising, starting your phrases on that part of the beat. Now, one of the cool things that's sort of built into this exercise is that your phrases can be different lengths. That's going to force you to have different length pauses, different length breaths between your phrases. And it's really the pauses between the phrases that, in my opinion, make a phrase a phrase. So when you're ready to proceed with that, you're going to set a metronome. We're using B minor pentatonic today, but you can use whatever you want. Set up your own backing track, or ideally do it with a metronome. Tap your foot with a metronome. And once you make sure you can count and clap, then you're going to make sure you can start a series of phrases onto that part of the beat. So if we're saying the and of 1, you're going to go 1 and 2, and so forth. So that was the overview. Now let's walk you through some of this stuff. For the first actual exercise of this lesson, I'm going to make sure that I can identify and clap on the and of 2 in every measure of 4/4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I'm going to be playing B minor pentatonic licks, starting as many of them as possible on the and of 2. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So now I'm going to be doing some improvising, still doing the same thing. I'm going to be trying to start most, if not all, of my licks on the and of 2. Just like with the and of 2, before I end up playing any licks, I want to make sure I can identify and clap on 4 of every measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Feeling confident that I can consistently clap on 4, I'm going to play some B minor pentatonic licks that way. 2 and 3 and 4. 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4. 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 3 and 4 and 1. All right, we're going to do this again. B minor pentatonic jamming, most of my licks starting on 4. Okay, thanks for watching. Again, I'm Frankie Andreas. I'm just going to be jamming a little bit as the credits roll. As I improvise, I'm going to be incorporating elements that we covered in this lesson. If you end up having any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. And if I get time, I might get around to answering them. Okay, thanks.